That a woman isn't giving her best after childbirth doesn't mean that she's ungrateful or lazy. She might just be overwhelmed and tired. Hi, ladies, how are you all doing? It's your girl Remy, and I am an unburdening coach and an identity restoration specialist based in the United Kingdom. Today, I want to speak about this thing that is so common, which is PPD, postpartum depression amongst women, and the stigma that is around it. And I just really want to bring enlightenment, awareness into this very important topic so that we all can really do better. I'm going to start by giving the definition of PPD, and I'm going to be reading. It says this is a medical condition that many women get after having a baby. It is strong feelings of sadness, anxiety, worry, and tiredness that can last for a long time after giving birth. As you can see, this condition is a medical condition, something that the woman didn't just choose to happen to her. Now, let's paint some scenarios of PPD or symptoms or things that can help you know a woman is having PPD or things that can actually cause PPD. I'm going to start with a woman who was single, now married, and has a baby. You must understand that this transition is one that can be very difficult. And what do I mean? So, this woman is someone that used to sleep for as long as she wanted to, but now she has a new baby, and all of a sudden, she's having to wake up at times she's not used to. And that is one thing that can cause this. Another one is now she's breastfeeding. You must understand that breastfeeding can be very painful for moms. The nipple actually begins to hurt. Another one is now the baby is not latching on properly. You're having the midwives, you're having everybody saying, oh, you need to do it this way, do it that way. All of these voices can actually overwhelm a mother. Another one is a condition or a situation where the mom isn't producing enough milk, and this can really make her feel very, very inadequate. So, you see, these are scenarios and things that happen to women. And you see, if these situations are not handled properly, they can eventually lead to PPD. Now, why am I sharing this? Because I need you to pay attention to these signs when you see them in mothers. Let's paint another scenario that you might find in women. So now this woman has one child and now she has another. So it could be the transition from one to two or two to three, or you get what I mean. It's a transition, meaning that you're adding other children. Now you must understand that having one child is totally different from having two children. Two children to three or two to four is not the same. So don't just think, oh, but maybe you've had one child, so you should be used to this. Why are you complaining and acting this way? This is not the right approach. Another thing that could happen is this second child came unplanned. It's possible that this mother had been planning for a new job or probably had gotten a new job and then found out that she's pregnant, meaning that she had to let go of that job. Now this baby is here. She might all of a sudden get these feelings of, oh, I should be working. She might see photos of her friends who seem to be having the life that she had planned for. All of these things can turn into feelings and emotions that will make her sad. It doesn't mean she's ungrateful. It's just a season she's in and she just needs help out of it. Another scenario is, from this transitioning or childbirth, is it's possible that this woman has had a new baby and she doesn't have any support. Maybe her husband was not present. So we have situations like this. The husband might be absent, one, because he's at work and he could not cancel. Or for women who have traveled to have their babies in another country, it's possible that the husband did not get a visa or it was just practically impossible for the husband to be there. Now, in situations like this woman can again feel overwhelmed, lonely, and very sad. it doesn't mean she's ungrateful. In some scenarios as well, you have a situation where the husband is just absent. He's not a present father. And this might remind, having this baby and all of the stress that comes with having a new baby might remind this woman of the absence of the father. Now, imagine COVID is something that we all experienced. And during COVID, a lot of women had to go through childbirth alone. In my case, for example, I had a baby, my third child, after COVID, but it was only my partner that was allowed to come in. Now, even when he was allowed to come in, remember, I have two other children and I didn't have a nanny, which meant that my husband had to be a nanny and a husband. So he had to do a lot of shuttling between the hospital and taking the kids to school, picking them up, cooking, and what have you. To make it worse, I had a medical emergency, which meant that, my emotions were everywhere. I needed my husband around me. He wasn't there. I had to still try to be there for my newborn. And all of that, when I would have video calls with my children at home, they would say to me, "Mommy, I want you to come home. I'm missing you." And one of my kids actually got really upset and didn't want to talk to me because she didn't understand all that was going on. So you see, all of these things coming together can actually cause and, cause a lot of hormonal changes, emotional imbalance in a woman. And this is why we need to be more empathetic, understand the woman, and just be there for her. Now, when a woman is going through all of this, she's just had a baby, it's a new transition. Please don't go into a home and begin, to find things that you want to complain about. Oh, your house is dirty. Oh, you did not clean. Oh, you did not do laundry. You need to stop that. You must understand that this woman not being able to function in this thing right now doesn't mean that she's useless or that she's not capable. Remember that this is just one thing she has to deal with. And how would you feel if somebody started calling out your weakness right in front of your face? Exactly, it doesn't feel good. And this is why I'm here to talk about these things. We must be more sensitive as women, as men, to women who just had children, because some of these things are beyond their control. She didn't just sit down and decide to have all of these emotions flying around. Now, you must understand that PPD can be classified into different categories, and I'm going to be explaining the three different categories to you. Please note that this is not in black and white where you we say, okay, mild, this, and that. It's just something that helps us to really gauge and know where this woman is. So, the first category is the mild PPD. In this one, the symptoms aren't visibly present. The woman is able to carry on her daily life and it's not impacting her life in any way that you can really see. The only thing you'll find is she might have occasional outbursts where she just feels drained and she will just have those outbursts. And this can easily be managed with the right presence and right words. The second one is what we call the moderate. In this one, the symptoms are more present and it can affect or impact in her daily life and also in how she takes care of the baby. So you'll find the woman saying more of, "I'm tired, I'm exhausted." It's not anything drastic, but you can actually see it there. The third one is the severe, which the symptoms are very present and very overwhelming. In this case, the woman struggles with running her daily life and also taking care of the baby. You can see her constantly down, unable to really function. Like, it's very obvious this woman cannot function. Now, the question is, how can you support a woman who is going through PPD, whether it be mild, moderate, or severe? Because you must understand that if the mild PPD is not well taken care of, it can quickly move to moderate and then severe. And it's possible that we move straight from mild to severe. So it's important that we know how to help our family and friends who are overwhelmed from just having a baby. Number one, I need you to be understanding and empathetic. Offer a listening ear and encourage her to talk about her feelings. I need you to validate her emotions. So when she's speaking, don't shut her down and start just bringing your own thoughts. At this point, all she needs is a validation of her emotions and a listening ear. Number three, help with daily tasks and childcare. When you find a woman who's just had a baby, offer to do her laundry, offer to probably bring in 1 or 2 meals a week, okay? Offer to take care of her children or her. Just offer help in whatever capacity that you're able to. Number four, encourage her to seek professional help in terms of counseling or therapy. If you see that this is something that your constant encouragement is not helping, please encourage her to speak to someone. Number five, this is the most important one. I need you to be patient with her. Understand that time doesn't heal wounds, intentionality is what heals wounds. Pay attention to this and be intentional about the time you give her to heal. Now I'm going to end with this. I need you to remember that PPD is a serious mental condition. It should be taken seriously at any level. Your support and presence will play a huge part and role in actually helping your friend, your family, your mom into or through their journey of healing. If you notice that this condition is getting worse, she's not getting better, please encourage her to seek help. If she's adamant, if you can afford it, please book her sessions with a counselor or therapist. Let her get properly diagnosed so that the right kind of treatment can be given to her. Whatever it is, please don't add to the statistic of people who are judging women who just had a baby. Like I said at the beginning, they are not ungrateful, they are not weak, they are not lazy. This is just a season of their lives that they are, trying to navigate through, and they just need help. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I really do hope you found it helpful. If this is so, please don't forget to leave a comment and share with your friends and family. And I'll see you at the next one. Bye-bye.